Well, good morning from the Hill. This is the Hill Homestead. Of course, the channel is Hill Logic. I'm going to talk a little bit about logic this morning and some illogical issues. And I guess it would have to come under the heading of a rant because it really is really working my nerves. I've heard from a half a dozen news outlets that one of our Democratic congressmen decided that it was appropriate to wear shorts and a hoodie, if you will. A hoodie, you believe it? To work in the Capitol. You know, that just blows away anything I can think of that has anything to do with any kind of professional decorum. And you know, in the leadership world, professionalism is one of the key ingredients. Not only do you strive to be professional in your activities, you insist that your staff also exhibits some professionalism. So here is a young man in our Congress that's hired by the people to listen, supposedly, to hear our complaints, hear our wishes, hear our desires, hear our troubles, our burdens, and our, what we go through in daily life, and try to figure out a way to at least not add to it, but hopefully to take away from those. I always talk about you don't have to respect the person, but you do have to respect the position. And I adhere to that as well. Shorts and a hoodie. You know, one of the words that I've used in my vocabulary most of my life, but I'm not sure if you've ever even heard of it or use it, but the term is lackadaisical. If you look that up, you'll find a very long description of what the word means. But it basically boils down to two things: carelessness and laziness. When you dress in a lackadaisical manner, it shows you to be careless, unprofessional. When you act in a lackadaisical manner, it makes you appear lazy, thoughtless, and quite frankly, the total opposite of professionalism. In a leadership position, which I would certainly qualify someone in Congress to adhere to, professionalism is your mantra. When people view you, and you can get all sideways on this if you want to about, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover and da 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 da. And I'm not going to entertain that thought, because we do. If we go to a doctor and that doctor comes into the room unshaven, looks like he hadn't had a bath in about a week, his clothes are rumpled, maybe comes in a tank top, shorts, flip-flops, it's going to be really, really hard for you to take that guy serious. Now, he hadn't opened his mouth yet, but he looks lackadaisical. Looks like he goes through his practice lackadaisical. And that's why I feel about a congressman dressing this way. Now, to make matters worse, these same news outlets have said that because of that, and because of a Democrat majority in the Senate, that they have voted to do away with the dress code of the Senate. So no longer do you have to look professional and act professional. You don't even have to dress professional. And I would say that a pair of shorts and a hoodie would show one to be careless, thoughtless, definitely lazy, too lazy to put a suit on. And I just think it sets our country up for ridicule. You go to any major country in the nation and you look at their governing body and they look serious, they look professional, they look everything that you would qualify as the opposite of lackadaisical. And I think some of the laws that we see coming out of Congress, some of the steps they're having us do, now they're talking about a new mask mandate. My goodness. All those, to me, sound exactly like a bunch of lackadaisical people doing a lackadaisical job. And I think it disrespects the American people. I think it disrespects the American legacy. And I certainly, wholeheartedly think that it sends a message of lackadaisical around the world. Who's going to take a president serious that would have to go through something like the Bay of Pigs, the Cuban blockade, the Berlin Wall? Just pick a major significant issue in our history. And see, can you imagine a John F. Kennedy or a Ronald Reagan standing up in floral shorts and a hoodie talking to the president of Russia and getting his attention? I believe he'd get his attention all right, but I don't think it's the attention we would like. I have promoted on this channel leadership since its inception. And I have said that you have to control the way you walk, the way you talk. Professionalism has to ooze out of every orifice of your body. That's for a reason. It's so people will take you serious. If they can tell by looking at you that you've put thought in being there that day, that moment. If you dress impeccably, you dress professionally, their first thought is that what you have coming out of your mouth is going to be thoughtful and professional. Quite the opposite can be said for shorts and a hoodie. About every time I think I've seen it all, this new world government we have reminds me that I haven't seen the tip of the iceberg yet. I think my poor grandfather, he was the epitome of professional. He would roll over in his grave. So, if it doesn't bother you, there you go. There's your answer. However, if you have a bit of decorum about you and appreciate professionalism, speak out against this stuff. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I just can't believe it. And this new thing of going back to that, absolutely not. Not for this guy. Well, a little bit over my anger. I got to vent a little bit. Thank you for that. And I hope everybody has a great day. Look up lackadaisical and see if you don't get a chuckle. See if you can't get a mental picture of some of our leaders today. I hope you have a great day. From the Hill, goodbye.